wrestling is a thing that we cover on this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Let's get started.
All right.
ESPN, WWE, what's your thoughts?
I don't like it. I like what the fuck? Like I miss the days of the fucking WWE network. Like everything in one spot for a manageable price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we knew that wouldn't work. We knew that wouldn't work only because everyone is capitalist and everyone is also fucking stupid.
Yes,
This is,
absolutely.
this is the most stupidest thing that I've ever seen. It is the most easiest thing to run a streaming platform. People are just too stupid and too capitalist to go, you know what? If we just keep this thing the way it is and just add more content to it and promote it to a certain section of people, we would be cool.
Be
Everyone
perfect, yeah.
goes, oh my God, people are outside, they're not watching. Oh my God, we're freaking out. That's what the fuck. That's exactly what happened in 2021, 2022, when everybody left out of COVID and everybody was out backside and everybody's like, oh my God, like we're losing the streaming wars. People aren't watching. It's not that they're not watching, they watch at their own fucking convenience. And they're like, well, they're still watching cable. No one's watching cable. Like, I don't understand. Like, these people are so stupid. That's how we are in this situation because people are not smart. And now they're like, okay, let's reinvest in the streaming. If you would have just stayed the course with your regular set of streaming shit, we wouldn't be here with you jacking up the price every fucking week, going, oh my God, we're losing money. We need to jack up the price. Oh my God, we're losing money. We need to jack up the price. That's why we're stuck in this fucking capitalist hellhole of paying $29.99 for WWE. This sucks, and it only sucks because they're too stupid to recognize that they have a quicker, less fucked up way to get this shit. Like ESPN has like a gazillion things on it. Like they have football, they have basketball, they have everything, and they're running it through their app.
Yeah.
The stupidest shit is, oh, we're gonna charge $30 for this app. If you would just charge $20 or even $15.99, their price point lock people in because they want to see sports. It's just that easy. You would have
Yep.
made so much more if you would have dropped the price because people want to see sports. It's the
Yeah.
way that they're going about this is stupid because they're afraid that people aren't going to tune into it. That's
$20
fucking
is very manageable. Like 20 to 15, that's the the point right there. No, like no higher than that. I
yes,
agree.
and that's what they don't get. They don't get it. It's because people are so fucking stupid and they think that streaming is just like, oh, this is money loser. If we have to jack up the price because if we jack up the price, then we can make more money. But if you leave the price low, more people will get it. Because if you
Exactly.
jack up the price, people will be like, hey, yo, I got ESPN. Yo, you want my password? Huh? Here you go. They're gonna do that, or they're gonna go the other way and just go, I'm gonna watch it illegally. And it's
Hmm.
like that is the dumbest shit. Like you bring it down to 15, you would have each and every one of those people going, I'm jumping ship going, all right, it's $15. I'm paying for this. Now you have 8 million people signed up because it's a manageable price point. Like we're not making money. Like we're not fucking making money in this economy. And if you would have left it at a low price point, everybody would have jumped up. And it's like,
Absolutely.
okay, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like there's a small little tiny caveat, and I heard a lot of people get mad, go, well, I don't have that because a lot of people have threw away traditional cable. But if you have certain traditional cable, you have ESPN, you could get the app for free. And a lot of people were like, well, I don't have it. And then the people that still does have traditional cable are like, you know what? I have it, so I get it for free, so I'm not mad. But everybody else is like, well, I don't have cable anymore. I just have all streaming services. So this doesn't work for me. And it's like it's just it's just everything is wrong with the way that they presented this. Like they went about this whole thing very wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
the money that they made for 24 hours, they were the big dogs. They were like, "Oh my god, we made $2 billion. We're this," and it's like, "Yay!" And then UFC was like, "Here's my dick because we're signing with Paramount for $7 billion, bitch." And it's like, "Oh, okay,
Suck it.
yes." And all of this like brought me back to AEW and was like, Tony Khan is fucking up the bag. He's fucking up the bag. And
Mm-hmm.
I know some people are like, what do you mean he's fucking up the bag? He's getting people to pay for the pay-per-view. UFC, $60 or more for a pay-per-view. They're no longer that. They're going right to fucking Paramount for Paramount is probably like $15. I think it's $15.
Yeah, it's like 10, 15
Yeah,
around
it's
there.
like with that price point, you're getting UFC pay-per-views every fucking month on Paramount
At
for
one
like
point it was $5, so like I know it's the cheapest. So
yeah, but like if it's $15, you're getting it for $15. UFC
yeah,
pay-per-view, something you're paying $60, $70 for every month. They are the price leaders. They are the fucking biggest thing. Like even wrestling fans can't compare to UFC. So if
exactly.
they're taking their shit off and going, our pay-per-view models are going to streaming, you're still the only person in this field going, hey guys, pay for my stuff. We're gonna give you quality over quantity. And it's like, bitch, like everybody else, we're paying way less for pay-per-views. Like more expensive pay-per-views, we're paying way less. You should have just took the deal and went with Max and been like, hey guys, can we just like get an extra million and we'll just run the pay-per-views through HBO Max? That's what they should have did.
A lot more simpler.
It would have been way more simpler, and they would have been ahead of the game. They would have been
Mm-hmm.
ahead of the game. Now with the UFC and the WWE deals, it's like they're looking like the dinosaurs. Like, hey guys, pay $50 for us, and now you have people going. I used to pay for like the AEW stuff, but like now that I see the UFC's going over here for cheap, like I don't feel like I could justify paying $50 for AEW. And it's
You
like,
can't.
yeah, and it's like when you can justify it, go, well, UFC is $70, so it makes sense to pay for it. Now UFC is $10, and it's like, well, shit, I don't think I can justify paying $50, and it's going to take time because like these deals don't come into next year, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to take time for these people to go, you know what, like AEW, we're not paying for this, and it sucks. And it's you have the infrastructure. You're right there, and you're quote unquote tied with WBD. It's like just let them just be like yes, like here you go. Here's our pay per views. Because I can tell you this by the middle of next year, AEW will be hurting, and I know people be like, no, they won't. They'll still be going. They will only be hurting because of their pay per views. They
Mm-hmm.
won't be hurting any other financial ways. People aren't going to be running to get their pay per views because it's going to be like, well, I can't justify spending that much money. And then, especially when WWE is counter programming, it's like, do I want to pay for the cheaper thing or pay for the expensive thing? Even though the expensive thing is really good, it's like I could get this thing for like $30. I have to pay 50 for this. I'm gonna go for the $30 one.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and like it's going to take him a minute, but like once he figures out to stop putting stuff on linear pay per view and go, hey, I'm gonna do it on streaming services. That's when he fucking gets his back kicked in and goes, you know what? I got you. Because like 9 times out of 10, even though it is the least subscribed to one ever, HBO Max it's there. Like people will get to it, but it's like it's just there. And that
Yeah.
actually surprised me when I saw the facts. Like this came out from like when I say Variety or was it Forbes, it was one of the two big names. and they said like HBO Max is like one of the lowest subscribed to streaming services, and
Because
that
I
kind of
believe it's the most expensive. That like I gotta double check that because like I pretty much have them all, but I think it's like the most expensive one. I
but
think.
I the only reason I'm like shocked at that because they have like really big, huge series that people will go out of their way to watch,
Hmm.
but it only happens when the series is on. It's like, oh, Game of Thrones is on. Oh, we're gonna watch Game of Thrones. Then after Game of Thrones is over, it's like, hey, we're gonna throw away the subscription.
Yep.
Or like whatever Penguin is a thing, and they're like, hey, want to see this, and like then they just throw it away, and it's like, yeah, it's like I don't understand that because like every other streaming service has that same component, but HBO Max should be more like more people should be buying HBO Max. Like
Yeah.
it has stuff on there, even though they're going through a really crazy, scary time over there. It would be better like to do it because like a lot of stuff over there is looking like it's leaving from over there and going to some other platforms, and it's going to be like, oh, well then there's no real reason to have HBO Max.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because like they're going through a transition where they're breaking down from HBO and WBD. They're all like separating. One's going to be like the digital platform, and one's going to be like the straight up cable platform, and like things are
Okay.
getting redistributed. And then like people are actually going looking for other streaming services, going, hey, we want that content, we want this content, we want this content, and they're taking shit because HBO Max is just a real shit. Like they're really shitty with everything they do. They're really shitty with everything they do. They have some of the greatest shows, but they're really fucking shitty when it comes to like their IP. A lot of the Cartoon Network shit is just murdered off, and you can't find it. It's like series that was like Cartoon Network's exclusive. You can't find it on their own streaming service because they won't pay the creators to put it on there, but they own it and you can't view it anywhere else. And it's just like really fucking wild over there. And I'm not just gonna keep shitting on HBO Max because I'm gonna get into a whole thing of how they just keep fucking shit up over there. And it's just bad over there. But at least like they have a thing with Tony Khan, but also there's this other thing where he could get out of the contract and go to Amazon Prime, which is actually better. So I mean, all those are great options, but just get your pay per views off of actually paying $50 for pay per views. That would
Amazon's
be
not a
way
bad
better.
idea actually. You are right about that. Yeah.
Yes, like he just got to get away from those guys, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And how that goes is Forbidden Door is this weekend. Are
Yep.
you ready for Forbidden Door?
No, because that's just gonna be like 12 hours long.
Yes, it is, but it's also going to be on in the daytime, which means it'll be off by the time we get the heat wave that comes on after that. But I I'm really pissed off about Forbidden Door, and especially this year, because it's so apparent that it's not even Forbidden Door anymore. It's not even
Just
Forbidden Door.
door.
It's not even a door. It's just our house. That's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. Like
Yeah.
90% of the shit that's on here is just straight up AEW shit. There's
Yeah.
no in between. There's no nothing. And everybody keeps pointing to this thing that, like, in the first year or two, yes, that was true. They keep pointing to, oh, well, it's scheduled around the G1 and the G1 doesn't end till late. So they only have like very little time to talk about the matches. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense because the first 2 years it was like, wow, we had this person versus this person and this person versus this person. And every time you bring up, well, Tony Khan has stole most of the guys from AEW. I mean, from New Japan to AEW, people go, well, New Japan should have paid him first, and that's the only reason why. And it's like, you guys are just so fucking stupid. You're just so fucking stupid. And
Yep.
this shit even played into the actual G1 this year, where we had to go into the finals of Evil facing Takeshita, and people were cheering Evil, and they fucking hate Evil because they didn't want Takeshita to win.
Yep.
And that shit was fucking annoying to me. And this was the first year, I don't know how, but this was the first year before the G1 even started. Was I heard a rumor immediately was like, yeah, they want Takeshita to win the G1. And I was like, no, that can't be true. And the rumor came true that they wanted Takeshita to win the G1, and he won the G1. And it literally was a black eye on New Japan because it's like, well, shit, we didn't want this. Like, he's a good wrestler, but we don't want a foreigner to do this. And people are like, well, he's partly a New Japan guy. And it's like, no, he's
Partly.
not really.
Oh,
Like, yeah, he has a contract, but like, he's not really the guy. We don't care for him. New Japan fans don't actually get behind him. They don't feel a sense of, yeah, that's our guy because he's never there. He's in AEW, so it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It just felt so lost. And like, I saw so many Japanese fans and New Japan fans after the win just go, this just feels so shitty. It's like this was the first time in a long time New Japan fans just felt just sad. And it was like I I didn't even know how to take it. I was just so pissed off. I was like, that's fucked up. And
one of those scenarios where like the air left the room, right?
it shit. It was worse than that. It was like the room just got destroyed and we all died in it. It just was bad
Wow. Okay.
because it just doesn't feel good. And then like Tony Khan had to come out and says, "Well, I didn't book that. I had no influence in that, and I don't like evil either." And everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm not talking about. It was just like, oh, someone asked them. It just was like the day that it happened, everybody was just so sad and pissed off. Fightful just ran with this article and he was like, yeah, we got a comment from Tony Khan. He said he doesn't book this and he doesn't like evil. And like that, like I lied to you not, that made people feel more shitty too. Because it's like, that looks like you're just doing this to just say, hey, look, I didn't have nothing to do with this, but like y'all have shitty booking over there. I had nothing to do with this. And like I saw a lot of people just go, that's gross. And they just
He's
felt
trying to
like they
cover his
felt
ass.
like it just was gross. And it was like,
Yeah.
that's like we just like a lot of people just like so fucked up about it. And then on the media call, he said that I really like Yota Tsuji. And everybody in New Japan just groaned because Yota Tsuji is a young boy who we are trying to groom into like being one of the guys. And they're just like, he has his eye on this person. That means he's going. And then someone tried to justify it, was like, no, he just likes him, guys. Like, that's not what it means. And we had to bring up the Gabe Kidd situation, which doesn't sit right with no one at all, except for the sickos. Because the G1 started, Gabe Kidd twisted his knee, and I'm doing this in air quotes, and was injured. So Gabe Kidd didn't wrestle the whole entire G1. But before the G1 was over, Gabe Kidd shows up in fucking AEW. Yeah, yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
And then he's going to be in a fucking cage match. And I just keep hearing people say, oh, but he's healed. He's healed. You guys do not understand that he showed up 2 weeks before the G1 was over. And it's like, yeah, but he doesn't want to wrestle and put himself through further injuries. He showed up 2 weeks before the G1 was over to get involved in this angle. And now he's in this angle that's going to be in a cage. And if you're saying, well, he's healed and, you know, everything's fine, I point to you, Swerve, who says he's been wrestling with a torn meniscus since 2019 and he still is going and he still has to have surgery. And it's like, also, Will Ospreay is injured and he still has to have surgery.
Yep.
These guys are just putting on bangers and just keep going. Gabe Kidd was out of the whole G1. Now he's going into a fucking cage. I
A
feel a
light
way about that.
a lights out match at that. Which you know is
Yeah,
gonna probably be riding the shit.
And I feel a way about that. And I seen a bunch of sickos just like defend it. Everybody else is like, I just feel away. It just pisses me off. It pisses me off the way that this whole shit is going down. It just pisses me off. I always hated the Forbidden Door shit, and this year is just worse.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even gonna do a full review of fucking Dynamite, but we are going to do the predictions in theory crafting for the show.
Okay.
So the main event is MJF versus Hangman. But if Hangman gets disqualified, he loses the title. Hangman gets counted out, he loses the title. And also, Max gets to keep his cash in because they tried to kill Mark Briscoe.
Yes.
So, who do you have winning this match?
Uh, how could I explain this? Like, I'm gonna say it and then I'm gonna explain it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Hangman slash MJF.
Okay.
Because I believe Hangman's gonna win the match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some fuckery's gonna go down and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just gonna say I don't trust Mark Briscoe. I think they're in cahoots, MJF and him, and whatever. Like some shit's gonna go down with Mark and whatever. He Paige is gonna try to save him. Mark is gonna betray him, and then that's when then MJF does the cash in, and that's when he wins.
Okay. So, for me, I have this weird, really weird feeling that they're gonna have the match, and the whole entire match, Hangman's gonna get beat up, and it's just gonna feel like Hangman's gonna lose, Hangman's gonna lose, and Hangman beats MJF, but he beats MJF so fucked up in a so fucked up way that he fucks MJF up, and he's just done, and Hangman just wins, and he just walks out of there unscathed. And I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where he just like leaves and everybody's like, okay, Max is gonna cash in, Max is gonna cash in, Max is gonna cash in, and Max is just so fucked up that he just can't cash in, and Hangman just leaves with the title, and everybody's like, oh, that's kind of underwhelming, but it's great because Hangman won. But now it just has the thing of he has a target on his back, and Max is going to fucking take him out when he least expects it.
Yeah.
Because like that's what I think is gonna happen. That's how I feel about
Okay.
that. So then we have Tony Storm versus Athena. I
I
think
think
it's
of
time.
things. Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I think Athena takes this.
Same.
Like even though she like DDT'd fucking Tony Storm and was like, oh my god, like if we do go home math, she's gonna lose. I feel like she's gonna win. I feel like it's the perfect thing for her to win
Yeah.
because Tony keeps fucking with Mercedes, and Mercedes is not okay with Tony Storm, which I feel like they're going to a part two to that because I feel like Mercedes is going to defend the TBS title against Tony Storm and then lose.
Yes.
So like that's what I feel like is going to happen, and that's just me saying that Mercedes is winning her four-way match against Alexander Winter, Persephone, and Bozilla. Like Mercedes is definitely winning that.
I agree with that one too.
And it's funny because everybody is going, "Oh my God, we have a Stephanie Vaquer thing on hands," because people are starting to hear about Persephone. Now, the thing about that is, months ago, I heard that WWE was looking at Persephone because she had showed up at a CMLL and she'd done a Ring of Honor and she just had a look and a style. And I heard that WWE was like, hey, what's up with her? What's her contract? And now people, once she has this match and WWE wants to try to get her, people are going to see, oh, it's their Mercedes impact. Mercedes is the reason that these people are getting signed. It's like, no, no, no. They're already on the radar before they touch Mercedes. So Just saying.
Yeah.
Then we have a match: Okada versus Swerve, an injured Swerve. So for the title, who do you have there?
I almost said the wrong one. Damn. I have Swerve.
Okay, I have Okada.
Okay.
Then we have a tag team title triple threat because FTR didn't beat the Brodito because no one won.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be FTR versus Brodito versus the Hurt Syndicate.
Yes.
Who do you have for this one?
I believe it's going to be FTR. So when they have their match against Cope and Christian, I guess we're going to call them now, it's going to be for the titles.
Yes, that's exactly what I think. And because of the rumor of like the Hurt Locker business and them not wanting to lose the FTR, I think this was kind of a way to have FTR win by pinning Brodito instead of the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, I guarantee, like, even if the Hurt Syndicate wins,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not going to be Rodito. That's for damn sure. Like,
Yes,
fucking Bandito is taking the pin.
yes, he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think I'm with you on the FTR winning.
Yeah.
So also we have Christian and Cope versus Luchasaurus and Skip Sabian.
Is it actually Luchasaurus or is it still Kill Switch? Like, I'm kind
And
of confused with that.
I'm going with Luchasaurus or Killosaurus. We're gonna go with Killosaurus.
I
Okay.
like Killosaurus. I like that. Um, Obviously, if we're going one way, like we have to go this way too. So Cope and Christian are winning, so that way they
Yeah,
could further the storyline with FTR.
basically.
Yeah,
Cause like Nick Wayne was supposed to be in this, but he's actually injured.
yeah. Is that
So
legit or is that quote unquote
no,
like
no,
he'll probably interfere or something?
no. That's legit. That's
Oh,
legit.
okay.
So then we also have this unsanctioned lights out cage match that's gonna feature the Young Bucks, the MWO versus and Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega, Ibushi, Tanahashi,
Hmm.
Will Osprey, and other people who I don't even remember.
Darby Allin.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have Osprey's team because they're in London and that's a thing. I just hope nobody gets worsely injured
Okay.
than
So
they
someone
already are.
is getting injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I at least want somebody to walk out and be like, "All right, I'm injured, but I'm walkable." Uh, that's what I want.
Like not that I dislike the person, but hopefully it's Darby that gets injured because that's par for the course. Like, who cares? He always gets injured.
But that's the
But
thing. Like Darby just always is so fucked up. I don't think that he'll get injured.
oh,
Like
one
I
of
don't.
those theories. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think he's just that fucked up that he won't get injured.
Okay. But I agree with you. Like, Will's team's gonna win.
Yeah, because it just feels like too perfect to be a
Hmm.
thing. And we also have Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr., which I'm looking forward to. But Nigel McGuinness has Daniel Garcia in his corner, and Daniel Garcia is going to turn heel on him.
Yes. Yes. If you didn't say that I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that that's a thing. The last match that's on the card is Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi for the title.
Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, like there's no way that fucking Hiromu is winning.
I'll laugh if that's a thing, but it's not.
You know, I would actually be pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and the bad part is like it's not that like I hate Hiromu. It's just it would be stupid. It would be stupid as fuck.
Yes.
But yeah, like that's the end of Forbidden Door. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep. Who cares?
Yeah, like that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
I'm right there with you. Like I'm not even that big of a fucking New Japan fan, but like I understand all the arguments. You know what I mean? Like if you don't see it, you're blind. You know?
But there's a lot of blind people out there. There's a
Yes.
lot of blind people out there that have no idea. It's like, no, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get it. It's like, okay. It's like, okay,
Cause
pal.
cause not to hate on you, just being like unbiased, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listeners could be like, oh, you personally are like hating or whatever because your love for New Japan or whatever. I ain't got
Mm-hmm.
that privilege. So, and I see it. You know what I mean? I like New Japan. I don't love New Japan. You know what I mean? I could take it or leave it. Like it really doesn't matter to me, you know?
Right.
But yeah, but like I see everything that you're saying. So like why can't a sicko, quote unquote, see it? You know?
Because I'm learning this more and more,
Hmm.
and it's more of a cult with wrestling fans. And it's starting to piss
Ah,
me off.
okay.
And they're like, it's too cultish. And when you bring up something from WWE, it's always, oh, but AEW, but AEW. And the thing is, and I've said this since the beginning of the podcast, and I always say this,
Hmm.
I don't like WWE enough to be a fucking defender and dick rider. But when I see people saying the most asinine, dumbest bullshit and calling it out and trying to pretend that, hey, this is wrong, this is this is that, it's like, no, you're wrong. Like, shut the fuck up. And then I wind up defending WWE for no reason, which like I've said before, I don't want to defend them. I don't care to defend them, but it's a lot of fucking scumfuckery that's going on with a lot of these quote unquote wrestling journalists, and they're saying shit, and then you have a cult that follows them and goes, "Yeah, yeah, you're right," and start clapping, and it's like, no, you're wrong. Like these fuckers are wrong. A lot of the shit they're saying is wrong. Like there's literally facts you can check and will prove to you that they're wrong. And then also they're fucking hypocrites. And they just fucking lie and make shit up. And it's like, I don't want to defend WWE. I don't love them that much to go, I need to defend them. But in my fucking mind of being a person of there has to be some truth, I go with fucking defending WWE because there has to be some truth in what's being said and put out. And I
Yes.
fucking hate it. And every time I have to come on here and defend them, I fucking hate it. I don't like it. And I just every fucking podcast, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta defend WWE because these fuckers said something stupid and they're lying about it. And it just over and over and over again. And I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But like wrestling has cults and it's the sickos and then it's the WWE fans. And I love when they go with the WWE fan like theory of how much WWE fans talk shit. And it's like most of the time I look at the profile and I look at the shit that they're talking about and it's like I don't see any of it. It's just straight up straw manning. Like it's just straight up straw manning. Like there was a fucking dude that fucking brought up, look, AEW sold out this, and like AAA can't do that, and it's like you're comparing two totally different things because AEW is in Glasgow, which they don't run except for yearly. Of course, they're going to get a sellout for one, and two, you cannot compare that to AAA. That has nothing to do with nothing.
Hmm.
Like, it is just the most asinine bullshit. It is like this person did this, and I'm just looking at him. I'm going, No one said that. Like no one even compared the two. You're just strawmanning. Like there's nothing here. And then they just respond to everyone that's saying, "Where did you get this?" Everyone goes, "Oh, you're a fucking e-drone." It's like, no, you're a cultist because you just made that up just to start throwing it in people's faces. And it's like, you're throwing it in whose face? No one said anything. No one said, hey, AEW can't draw. No one said that. What are you talking about? You just make shit up, just fucking straw man for no reason. This is what
Yep.
I'm talking about with the cult shit. It's like, I don't want to fucking defend them, but it's like there was no reason for that. And then, speaking of AAA, fucking Dave Meltzer just fucking yelled about, oh my God, they don't like WWE touted that they did this millions and millions, but the match with Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner Jr. did multiple millions because it came right off the heels of a fucking a fight, and it was way more than this. And I'm just like, are you not hearing how stupid you sound? Like, yes, they had more millions, but they had more millions from a lead in. And if you're counting a lead in as the reason that these people made the biggest fucking box office that they ever had, then you're stupid. Like you're being disingenuous. Because like that's truly disingenuous. Like, oh, but it wasn't bigger than this one. And it's like, dude, what are you saying? Like you literally just said the setup. The biggest boxing fight, it came on right after. Of course. Of course they would have the biggest lead in. Like, so you can't compare the two.
Which, let's be honest, I'm gonna call him out. He is disingenuous. Like most of the shit he says is that.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Like 90% of the shit he says is fucking disingenuous.
Hmm.
And like that was like one of the things that had me just like laughing because it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he goes, oh, WWE inflated those numbers. And it's like, it's on YouTube. There's no way you can inflate YouTube numbers. Yeah, he was like, those are inflated numbers. They're just touting inflated numbers. They're touting fake numbers. It's like, first off, it was on YouTube that said they did so and so millions. And then also right behind that, you had Variety go, hey, we're a non-biased people and they did this millions of views. And he's just going, oh no, they're just making up shit. And it's like, there's
Why
no
would they
reason.
care?
Like the thing is, like, I feel like him and a lot of other journalists have like this beef with WWE, and they get like easy, like they can get easy victories by like pretending that they don't, and then just like fixing fake bullshit with like a spice of truth. And because they do that, a lot of people believe them and go, yeah, like WWE's lying about everything. And it's like, no, not everything. Some things, yes.
Hmm.
But it's like, you guys just are so scum fucks.
No,
And
but I
it's
mean, variety. What horse in the race do they have to lie about anything? Like, I don't see it.
nothing. None of them, like, none of the big outlets that are reporting this shit they have nothing to gain. It's just, Meltzer just wants to say stuff, and that shit pisses me off because it's like, I can sit through his whole podcast and literally pick apart the shit that he's lying about. And it's like, you're just making shit up. And then he just goes on this rant about how people like these journalists today that like they're scums, and it's like you're talking about yourselves. You're talking about yourself. Like you're like the shit that you're doing, like is just scum fucking. Like Jesus Christ. Like, but enough of that bullshit.
I believe that's called projecting.
Yes, WWE NXT is putting on Heat Wave this weekend,
Yep.
and Jordan Grace is going to take on Blake Monroe. Who do you have in this match?
Now they had a face-to-face promo on this last episode of NXT. I forget exactly how it went, but verbatim, I want to say what Jordan Grazer said, we both can't be here at the same time, whatever, something
Yeah.
like that, right? It's
Hmm.
been long rumored that she's going to SmackDown, so I think this is like where she loses and go to SmackDown.
I believe so. And also, I have to apologize because the Blake Monroe theme song is actually a banger.
Wow, it grew on you.
Yeah, it's actually a banger. I like it.
Okay. Okay.
So then we have Hank and Tank versus Duck State.
Duck State. What the fuck? I just caught that. I cautiously pick Dark State.
I, you know what? Like the funny part is like they were supposed to be this big scary entity, and
Hmm.
like the more and more they do promos, it's like they're starting to fit into NXT as just like normal fuckers
Yeah,
because like the one dude, what the fuck is his name? I forget. Cutler James. He's always saying some wild shit, and like it's now becoming comedy, and it's like okay, you're taking away from the mystique of you guys being like this bad, dark, like beefy guys, and like you guys are just now becoming NXT guys. Like
pretty
that's
much.
what it's starting to feel.
Like they started off like they were gonna terrorize the place or whatever. Similar to, in my opinion, the way they started off with the White Six. They're
Mm-hmm.
just wrestlers too, and I
Mm-hmm.
like them.
But Dark State, I mean, I don't want them to win, but Hank and Tank really doesn't have any tag team challengers. So putting the titles on them and having like four people to rotate the tag titles with is kind of better than just having Hank and Tank with the titles. So I'm going with that.
Yeah, and obviously since it's for them, it's gonna be fuckery. So
Mm-hmm. So then we have a mixed tag with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Tyra Maysteel and Tavion Heights.
Tavion and Tyra, because they're home. They're NXT. Fucking.
Like I'm all for it,
Hmm.
but I want Ethan and Chelsea to stay a team.
Yeah,
And I kind of want this to happen. I want them to stay a team and they win. And somehow Tavion gets a match for the North American title. He beats Ethan Page for the title. And then Ethan comes up and is a part of Chelsea Green's team.
I actually pictured that the other way where they lose and whatever, and Ethan loses the title, and then he goes up. But either way, yeah, keep them together.
Yes, because like they're actually hilarious together.
Because you know that's what I said, right? I said Tavion and Tyra is NXT. Totally forgetting that fucking Ethan is actually NXT also. I actually
Yeah,
forgot about that. So subconsciously, like he fits already in the main roster.
basically. So then we have a three-way for a number one contenders match, which actually should be a four-way. And I don't understand how this is a three-way, but it's Jada Parker versus Kalani versus Lola Vice. And the reason I say it should be a four-way is because Lash keeps like getting involved, and she was one of the four people that should have been in the number one contenders match.
I guarantee it's gonna turn into a four-way last second.
It better because like even on NXT, it was like it was right there, and it's like Lash is right there, and it's like, why is she not in this? Because she's beefing with Lola Vice and she's beefing with Kalani, and then all of a
Hmm.
sudden Jada Parker comes up, and I look and I was like, wait, Lash isn't in this match, and she's not in this match.
And she takes cheap shots at Jada also. So she's beefing all three of them, really.
Yeah, and it's like this is weird.
Yeah.
So,
But I think it's gonna become a four-way, right?
mhm,
She's gonna win, and and the reason I think this is because we already have another three-way. I don't think you're gonna have coincidentally both of those back to back because they're facing the same person whoever wins. You know.
exactly.
Now, if I'm wrong and Nash doesn't get in it, I'm gonna say Jada. So Jada's my second pick just in case.
I'm going even if Lash is in it, I'm still going with Jada.
Okay.
Because like Jada is like the most over, and it would be a feather in JC's cap if she beats somebody who's like super over.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So then we have for the TNA Knockouts title, JC versus Masha versus Ash by Elegance.
JC.
I'm gonna go with JC too, but like, does that actually fuck you up that they're having the TNA women's title defended on a WWE show?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like those names are not names you should hear in NXT slash WWE right now. I'm surprised they didn't bring up Dana Brooke.
Um, I think that they wanted to, but like they didn't. In like one of the episodes, they were gonna say her name, but like they kind of went against it.
Yeah, they hinted at it.
Yeah, I. The only reason I think JC is gonna win because I don't see them having a women's champion ready to be the champion.
Yeah, because Masha's the former champion.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Ash is one half of the tag team champions. I don't think they would make her a double champion. You know what I mean? So, nor do I think she's ready for that title anyway. No slight on her. Just I don't think she's ready for it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
So then we have the main event because Javon beat Trick because of Santana. Like Santana was in the crowd, Trick got confused, Trick got beat, and Javon is going to face Obafemi.
Yes.
I'm sorry, they have to put the title on Javon. Like if they
Yes.
don't put the title on Javon, I'm gonna be pissed. Like this is the perfect time. Like he's worked his ass off to get there. Like he's gotta beat Oba. And like that would be a huge thing for the weekend if we get a new champion.
Because I want to say it was a three-way, if not a four-way, that involved Javon, Trick, and Oba, right? It was a promo that they did. Javon pretty much mentioned Oba's pretty much ready for the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
So once he loses, Oba doesn't lose anything because he's main roster already.
Exactly. And
So
Javon
I'm there with
Javon
you.
winning the championship and becoming the face of the company is great.
Yeah. So I'm with it.
Yep.
Now, now I have a theory,
Mm-hmm.
and you tell me this match will be added in whatever last second, right? Santana versus Trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, non-title or whatever. Like this would be like a I don't know, I forget what the WWE calls it, but like eliminator, like the be AEW and whatever. If what you call it wins, if Santana wins, he gets a future title shot.
No, because he already has a future title shot.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah. Like so I think that they're still holding it off for another month or two because we're already in September basically.
Yeah,
So October is when we're gonna have Bound for Glory. So I think that's when Santana gets the one-on-one. He takes the title, and we go from there.
yeah. At the very least, you probably still fuck with him though. Until
Yeah,
then.
he's still definitely gonna fuck with him.
Yeah.
So Santino Marella on TNA said something. Well, Trick said something, and it just this was like a key to like everything that I just said. Trick said that he has 50 days to defend the title. Like he has 50 days to defend the title before he like fucking Santino can strip him, which in 50 days will be in October. So
Yeah.
it's not like this wild. Oh my god, this is a bad thing. We'll be in October by the time the 50 days are up.
Okay.
So I think like that was just like a key to go. Hey guys, he's not going to defend the title for the next 50 days because we're waiting to Bound for Glory, which is our WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that was cool. there was something on NXT that like you joked about, and I see it happening even more. And when I brought it up, I said all the reasons it would be bad, but it looks like they're going that way anyway.
What was the joke? I forgot.
It was Miles Bourne and Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh yeah,
And
the blindfold match.
yeah, it's gonna be a blindfold match because he sprayed something in Miles Bourne's eyes because he said, "I'm deaf, not blind," and then he
No, no.
says, "You are
He
now."
he he kept saying like I respect you so much because you're deaf and blind. He kept calling him deaf and blind, and he's like, dude, I'm not deaf. I'm not blind. I'm deaf. And that's when he sprayed him.
He said, "You are now." Sprayed him right in the face. It was like, okay, they're going for the blindfold match. Like I said, I know that he's like half deaf, but dude, like he's gonna be blindfolded, and what if he can't hear? It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad.
Because imagine how loud that crowd's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be so fucked up.
What they'll need to do, like I think I have a way, right? So they'll probably do it the way they did it with Jake Roberts and I forget who he faced. I want to say it was
The model,
Rick,
the model
Rick
Rick Martel.
Martel. Yeah, where it's like a bag over their head and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Within that bag, you could have like an earpiece, like the fucking like referees have,
Mm-hmm.
and just like you could either go by the people in the bag, like Triple H in them, or Shawn Michaels in this case, or like the what you call it, the commentary. So like he'll know everything, whatever. Just put in the good ear.
Like I would be okay with that, but like I just like I said, I just have my little reservations about
Yeah, because blindfold matches always suck. Like there's been what throughout the history of what I watch, probably like three or four of them.
that. It's probably been 3 or 4 since like yeah, since like the 90s. Like that was a thing in like different territories, and then like WWE did it, and then WCW did it, and I want to say
TNA had one.
ECW. Wait, who had one?
TNA had one. I
Of
found that
TNA.
like I found out that recently. I forget the opponent,
Mm-hmm.
but I found out from the Chris Von Vliet podcast. He was interviewing James Storm. He was involved in one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Do you remember his opponent? Because like for the life of me, I don't.
No, I don't. But it was something stupid that like led to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what happened on NXT. And on Monday Night Raw, we had some things happen that shook up the women's division because Naomi's pregnant.
How about that? Congratulations, Naomi.
Congratulations. And the bad part was like she got pulled from the show the week prior, and everybody was trying to figure out what happened. And it was funny because everybody started going with jokes. They started going with jokes like, oh, she's pregnant, she's pregnant, she's pregnant. And right after that, somebody said on one of their podcasts or something was yeah, she's like, she's injured or something. But from what I know, I heard that she'll probably be out for longer than just a week or two. And like when that person said it, I was like, oh, she's pregnant. Because like the way that they said it was like they didn't give like the specifics of the injury, and like they said it in such a vague way. I was like, oh, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And yeah, like she's pregnant. Congratulations to her and Big Jim.
Big Jim like
And
that Netflix and chill.
and dude, like she had one of the best heel promos to drop the title. One of the best.
How
Like,
about that? I ain't handing you shit. Best line of that.
dude, like she was raw and uncut, and it was just like, oh my god, like Naomi's like it made me sad because it's like we're not gonna get this Naomi for like about 10, 11 months, but still it's like wow, like she's so fucking awesome.
Question.
Answer.
Now, Becky went through the same thing where she had to give up the belt and all that because she was
Yeah.
pregnant, right? Was
Hmm.
she heel at the time?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Remember, Becky was the man at the time.
Okay. Okay. I didn't remember that and all that because that shit was fucking awesome. A pregnant pregnant heel?
Yes, because like we never had a pregnant heel champion.
Yeah.
We had a
Does that mean the
pregnant
baby's
face
heel?
champion. No. So I can't believe like people actually got mad at Becky for tweeting a joke that I swear to God, Becky set on that from the day that she left. Like she's one of those people that like is like really funny, and she probably was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait till somebody else gets pregnant so I can do this. I can't wait to." And like she like because it literally like I'm not joking. If you look at the timestamp, it was literally about 5 minutes after Naomi said that she was pregnant. Like Becky was like, "Yes, I get to do it." Like it was so hilarious because it's a joke that she's been waiting to say was like someone getting pregnant as champion. That's so irresponsible. And
Why do I feel like she was with Seth? And like she was like, give me the phone, give me the phone. No, I'm not letting you do it. Give me the phone, give me the phone. I'm not all right, go ahead, do it. I know you want to do it.
she's like she was so excited. Like I could tell like she had the biggest grin on her face because she's like, oh my God, I've been waiting to make this joke. Yes. Like,
Yes.
it was so fun. And it just pissed me off because there was half of the people going, you're so mean. You did it. And like, I was like, how can you not see this as a joke? This is a
It's
joke. This is a fucking joke. I can't
the
stand people. I can't stand them.
yeah.
So also, we found out, and I'm actually really happy about this for like one reason. Roman Reigns is going to take on Bronson Reed in Paris at a pay per view.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because Bronson Reed actually gets to have this match. And he get like, even if he loses, they gave you a singles match with Roman Reigns. They
Yeah.
gave this to you with like the star of the company. You get a match. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Congratulations to him.
Yes,
Hopefully he hits a what they called it, a tsunami.
yes. I hope he does. Like I know he's not gonna beat Roman because like they're setting up for Roman and Seth
Yeah.
at some point. So I know that that's not gonna happen. And if things are believed with like this big huge show that they're going to have at fucking WrestlePalooza, which is going head to head with All In, and it's going to be the first show on ESPN. I believe that they would go with Roman versus Seth because they're actually going with Cody versus Drew and Cena versus Brock. So why not have Seth versus Roman for the title? Which would be another like that'll be three big huge main events that you could go, no, no, no. This is going against All In. No matter what All Out has, you have like three huge matches.
You
You know
honestly
what I
don't
mean?
need that much more.
Yeah. And I think, but like I'm not sure because they haven't confirmed this because fucking whatchamacallit is coming up in a few. We don't know if Stephanie Vicaire is going to face for the championship or they're going to do some four-way thing or whatever. I don't
I
know.
kind of wanted like again what happened with Becky. I just wanted Naomi to like give the title to somebody, but thankfully she didn't, and we had the heel. So
Yeah. So it is what it is. But
yeah.
we'll figure that out because they still haven't figured out what they're gonna do. We're getting an Oscar heel turn, which is cool.
hmm Now is it Asuka or is it Asuka and Kari? Because I'm not sure I trust Kari.
Eventually, it's gonna be Oscar and Kari, but right now it's just Oscar.
Okay.
and we're getting heel hugger Bailey, which is
Huh?
really. I want to see this because I want to see what the evil version of a hugger is.
So this is not Ding Dong Hello Bailey. This is actually gonna be Hugger.
If you listen to the promo, they mentioned it a couple of times about you just need a hug, something a hug, and she mentioned it a couple of times, and it's like, oh, I see where they're going here. I see where they're going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be hugger version of Bailey, but evil.
That's interesting.
Yes. So we'll be back after the pay-per-views and stuff. Any last words?
No, we'll be back after the pay-per-views.